Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session on virtual labs. You're watching us on PM eVidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. This session is meant specifically for our students of grade 10 and we are going to take a concept of concept from mathematics rather. And what are we going to study? Well, it's time to show you a demonstration of simulation on right circular cone. This is our topic for today's discussion. Yes, you're watching it on your screen as well. Demonstration of simulation on right circular cone. And I know only one kind of cone, and that's ice cream cone. But yeah, unfortunately can't enjoy the same in winters due to cough and cold. But we will be learning about right circular cone. What is right circular cone and how can we practice this concept and learn this concept through virtual lab is something that we all need to look forward to. I'm sure you must be having a lot of questions, so why don't you get in touch with us? Our phone number is 8800440559. We also have a dedicated email ID for you, and that is diksha.training at CIET.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle NCERT Official as well, you can send us your questions, suggestions and your feedback. Now, my dear viewers, I'm sure you all by now know enough about virtual labs, but those who have joined us today for the very first time, let me apprise them about this wonderful concept. It is an amazing online educational tool that helps you perform simulations anytime, anywhere. Yes, you can practice these simulations at your own pace, time, space and convenience. All you need is stable internet connection and an IoT device. It's not just about practicing or performing the simulations of science, but you can also perform simulations of mathematics and languages and social science as well. So this is very interesting. It provides you some interactive and engaging content, and we have a category of self-evaluation questions as well that helps you gauge your difficulty level or what level of questions you can attempt. You can also learn theory, and there's so many other aspects related to virtual labs which you will definitely explore in a while through our expert. So it's now time for me to introduce you all to my expert for the session. So please join me in welcoming Miss Shivani Sharma. Ma'am is academic consultant from CIET NCERT New Delhi. Ma'am, namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Namaste, thank you for having me.
So ma'am, as I mentioned at the beginning, I only know about ice cream cone, but we are going to learn about, right circular cone. So before we actually, learn about this particular concept, I want to understand how it is, how different it is from a cone. I mean, I know that there is a cone, but right circular cone, what is the speciality of that type of cone?
Yes, so right circular cone is a special type of cone.
Okay.
So generally in day-to-day life, whatever cone we are using is generally right circular cone only.
Oh.
Yeah, so there might be some examples like ice cream cone,
yeah,
and the birthday hat.
Yes.
It might be a canonical tank,
yeah,
and this pencil tip. These
yes,
all are the examples of right circular cone.
Okay.
So it's a special type of structure where we can see that there are two conditions.
Okay.
The first condition is the base should be circular. So base should be circular. So it has a circular base.
Okay.
If it is elliptic and any other shape, then it's not a canonical right circular cone. And another thing that we have one vertex, and when we add these vertex to the center of the circle, then it should be perpendicular.
Right.
So this is the right circular cone.
And ma'am, you have shared real life examples with us on right circular cone. And sometimes what happens in mathematics that students find it really hard to learn the concepts because they cannot relate the same to the real life scenarios.
Yeah.
You have given us real life examples of cone, but how important it is for students to study this concept?
Yes, because in the virtual lab also what we are doing, we are interrelating one concept to the another concept.
Okay.
So it is very important that in the given simulation also, in today's simulation also, what we are going, we are establish the relationship between the cone and the volume of the cylinder.
Okay.
So this way we can study both of the concept and we learn a better conceptual learning.
Lovely. So we are going to actually learn about two concepts here. And ma'am, because you mentioned we are going to learn them through virtual labs, where can we find these virtual labs?
So yeah, it's very easy to find the virtual lab. For this, we just need to explore the Diksha. For this, we can write Diksha on Google. Otherwise, www.diksha.gov.in. We have to type on the URL. And this kind of homepage has appeared.
Okay.
Now, one of the focus area of Diksha is virtual lab. We can explore, click here, and this is the homepage of virtual lab.
Okay.
So one-time registration is required. So now
and it is free of cost
free
for
of
everybody?
Cost. Yes, yes. It's
Okay.
free for students and teachers and parents, all free.
Anybody
for
who wants to learn any subject
Yes.
can log on to virtual labs.
Yes.
Okay. And I can see we have content from grade 6 to grade 12.
Yes, the content is categorized between class 6 to 12th and our today's experiment is of class 10th. So we click on the explore button. Now the content is available on Hindi and English medium.
Okay.
So we are choosing English medium and subject is mathematics.
Mathematics, right.
So we just land on this kind of page and there are list of content is given.
Yes.
So lots of experiments are given.
Okay.
So we are just going to the more experiment tab and we can see that there are two experiments related to right circular cone. First is volume of right circular cone and the another one is right circular cone. Okay. So first we are exploring this right circular cone because it shows how it derived from a circle.
Okay.
So it shows the basic understanding of the right circular cone. What is the height, what is the base, what is the radius. So first we explore this experiment.
And there are some certain, there are certain set of instructions also which we can follow before performing the simulation?
Yes, yes. So before performing the simulation, we can explore the theory part and it suggests some of the prerequisite knowledge we should have, that what is the radius of circumference of the circle. It should be, if it is 90 degree, then we have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. So all these are written here. We can just explore all the things. And when we the procedure part shows the picturized version of the simulation, animation shows the video version of the animation, where we exactly need to click, what kind of basically it's for the help purpose.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And now the next part is the simulation part and we are going there. So this is the very easy simulation. We just need to follow the instruction and follow the what the instruction says. Okay. So it is written that enter the radius of radius to draw a circle. So you can enter any number. So it's between 2 and 5. So number is 3. Okay. So you can see that a circle has appeared with radius center O and radius 3. Now follow the instruction. Click on the circle to mark the sector. So we have to click on the circle. Now you see that one sector has appeared. Yes. So what is sector? If you you have any circle and you cut it as a slice form like pizza shape. Yeah. So then it's like a sector. So the shape AOB become a sector. Now again you have to click it. Now this sector is formed into a cone. So you can see. You can zoom in also. Yes. So you can see the sector has become a cone, right circular cone. Now the speciality of this sector is this: the bottom is circle. Otherwise it can be ellipse, it can be any shape, but in this shape it is circle. So you observe that radius OA and OB has matched and it is converted into a cone. So we just write to cone. And radius R become the slant height. You can see that previously it was radius in the circle. Yes. Now it become the slant height, and the R become of the circumference of the 2 pi R. We know that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi R. Yeah. So this way we can perform what is cone. Okay. So let's move on the another experiment, which is volume of the right circular cone. Okay. Same way, at the same section we have to go, and we are going exploring the volume of the right circular cone. So first we have understood how the cone is formed from a sector, how we derive the formula, and now we are moving towards the right circular cone. Yeah. So first we basic understanding of cone, how it is derived, and now we are moving volume of cone. So same way it has also some theory part. we can once explore the theory part. So what it suggests that in the theory part, what we are going to perform in the simulation, we are doing here.
Okay.
So in the theory part, it is given that we have required one cone. This is the shape of right circular cone. So what we are going to do, that we have one cone and we fill it with water and any kind of sand, we can fill it. And when we pour it down to the cylinder, it took 3 cone to fill one cylinder. So it is known in the experiment, it is known that what is the volume of cylinder. So by the help of volume of cylinder, we derive the volume of cone.
Okay.
So just go through all the things, what is R, what is height, what is slant height. We can explore this section, and we got to know that the volume of cone will be 1/3 pi r square h. And what is pi r square? It is area of base. So we can write in the another way also, 1/3 area into base into height.
Ji.
Now this is again the procedure part. What we are going to perform, we can just explore once for better understanding of the simulation. We can, if we find any kind of difficulty, we can go to the animation also, where we exactly need to perform what is we are gonna do in this experiment.
Okay.
Now the most important part is the simulation part. So again we have to follow the instruction and read the objectives thoroughly. So what is the objective? To give a suggestive demonstration of the formula of the volume of the right circular cone. As I suggest you that we are going to perform the volume of the cone.
Okay.
Read the instructions carefully. Again it says that the click on the label create cylinder. So just we need to create a cylinder. We can see it's a 3D shape and one cylinder is created with special radius r and height h.
Okay.
Same, we have to create one cone. We can see that the radius of cone is also r and the height is also h. So we can establish the relationship between cone and cylinder when we have the parameters are known and they are equal. Now what is, we just read the observation and click on the next button as instructions shows. So what is the observation here? That this is empty and we have to fill it and pour it down.
Right.
So again fill water. So just we see that the cone is filled with water. Again, so the instruction to click on the cone to spill the water inside it into the cylinder. So again it inside it into the cylinder.
Okay.
So we have to do the same procedure in 3 times because it's 1/3, it is filled as 1/3.
Okay.
Again we have to fill the water and it is complete. Then again it is pouring down into the cylinder. Again fill water. Again we have to do the same procedure.
Okay.
And we can, what is the observation? Now the observation is volume of cylinder is pi r square h, it is known. Now it is required to fill 3 of cones to fill the cylinder. So what is the observation? Volume of cylinder is 3 times of the volume of cone.
Right.
Now volume of cylinder is known, that is pi r square h. So what is the volume of cone? It should be 1/3 pi r square h.
Okay.
This way you can see here that it is 1/3 pi r square h. Now it is very useful as some of the times as we are studying the concept of cone and suddenly the question of cylinder has come, question which contains the cylinder. So the student might get confused. Now in this way they can establish the relationship between cone, cylinder and sphere. So this mite of learning is becoming more interesting.
Absolutely.
So this way we can restart the simulation, we can again do the questions.
Right. Because sometimes, you know, when you cram the formulas and you do not know how the relationship was being established, you do not get the clarity. Now, when we have virtual lab as a tool in front of us, we can see how they are being formed, and of course you emptied the content of the cone into the cylinder. We know how many cones it took actually to fill the cylinder and how we derive the formula. It's easy to actually remember it.
Yes. So it's very easy, also it's very conceptual also.
Yes, yes.
So the next part is the self-assessment part, and it is also very important that how much knowledge have you gained. So for this we have 10 questions, we are doing it right now. So water drains from a cylindrical tank into a canonical tank at a constant rate. How does the water level of in the cone rise compared to the cylinder. So it's again it's a very not a calculative question, it's a very easy question that we have one cylinder
Okay.
and we have one cone. So what we are going to do, we are pouring the water from cylinder to cone. So when it is narrow, it is fast, it increase rapidly, and when it is wider, it shows the shows at its widen. So the correct option is A. So the correct option is A. So that cone fills faster at first. So we can see that the यहाँ पे that this way it is very faster, and again it is not that faster.
Okay.
So the option A is correct.
Okay.
Now move to the next question. The volume of the right circular cone is directly proportional to. So again we write the formula of volume of right circular cone. This is very easy. 1/3 pi r square h. So we can see that the option is radius incorrect, height incorrect. It's slant height. It is not. There is not slant height given. So the answer is both height and radius. So the answer D is correct.
Okay.
Now moving on the next question. Again it's a calculative question. So the shape is not given, specific name. It is not specified that it is a cone. So but it is written in ice cream cone. So we understood that it's a right circular cone. Right. So it is given that the vertical height is 18 centimeter and diameter of the top is 9 centimeter. So what is diameter is given 9 centimeter. So what is radius? Radius is 9.2 centimeter and height is also given, it is 15 centimeter. We need to put the values in the given formula.
Okay.
And when we calculate it, we find the value pi as 3.14 and 9.2 into 9.2 into 115 and we get the value as 318 centimeter square cube. So the approximated value is 318 centimeter cube. Have to click on this and the answer is correct. This way there are many questions which are on the same calculation. We can see that again the volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. In this question fourth, the radius is given. What is r? R is 19 unit and what is height? Height is 13 unit. 13 unit is height. You have to put these value again in the volume and you get the answer approximated as 4915.
Okay.
So this way student can do the questions. If he has done some incorrect question, then it also shows some prompt that how it can be corrected by the given explanation.
Let's try to attempt a question incorrectly.
Yeah. So this question, when we calculate this question, the correct answer should be A. But what we are going to do, we just click on the B and submit button. So it shows the incorrect, and it's a simple basic question. You have to just follow the formula of volume and put the value. So it gives the simple explanation that put the value.
Okay.
This way, again this way, it's a conceptual question. So in this question, what is going to do? The cone is filled half of its height. So basically, first we have cone of this type. We have cone of this type. Now what it says that it is filled with half of its side. That means it is filled like this way. So height become half. Similarly, the radius also become half. So our previous formula of the volume will be 1/3 pi r square h. Now the volume and height is halved. So it will be 1/3 r by 2 square into h by 2. So r by 2 into h by 2. So this way it is 1/3 v dash is 1/3 1/8 1/3 pi r square h. So it is 1/8 of the original. So this way we can choose the correct option is B. Again submit the question. Again this question is again simple basic calculative question. So the correct answer, what we have to just calculate the answer and put the answer here. This way if the volume of right circular cone is doubled and the radius doubling the radius and half the radius, then it has no effect. So it is true or false. Again, read the question thoroughly. Same values you have to put in the formula of volume. It might be true or false, but in this question it is true. So we have submitted as it true.
Okay.
Move to the next question. This is again a calculative question. The right circular cone of the volume is given, height is given. You have to find the radius. So again, it's a bit different question. So we can explore this. So what is V? V equals to 1 by 3 pi r square h. So V is given as 12 pi and 1 by 3 pi r square, radius we have to find, and height is 4. Again we calculate this, pi cancel, and we find r square as 9. The value of r will be 3 unit. So unit is not mentioned, so we write r is 3 unit. Correct answer is D. And we can move to the next question. What is the ratio of the volume of right circular cone to the volume of cylinder? So we can see that we just explored that the answer is 1 by 3, 1:3. So answer is A is correct. This way we can finish our assessment and we can see the performance.
Wow, so we are getting a trophy as well, and I can see that there is a timer. So the more understanding you have of the concept, the more speedily you can actually solve the questions, and you can get a reward for the same as well. So this is quite exciting and very motivating as well. Now ma'am, since we have performed the simulation, we have also done our assessment, it's time to move on to some more reference material. What if I want to learn more? What if this assessment is not enough for me? Do I have some other reference material for me available?
Ma'am, for this NCERT book is the best reference book.
Okay.
And all the experiments are aligned with NCERT. So
Great.
Teacher can include the virtual lab session and the virtual labs whenever they are teaching the conceptual topic. Then it is the best.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Also, I have another question, ma'am, that sometimes we want more content on our web page or on this very important, I would say, educational tool, virtual lab. So is there any mechanism available for me where I can just share my feedback that there's something I'm not getting, I need more explanation on the same, or I need more content on the same? So do I have some feedback mechanism here?
Yes, in the same page there are some options of feedbacks, and so you can give the feedbacks. In the same page there is option of feedbacks.
Option for feedback.
And
as
also
well.
they can provide the feedback on the website also.
Right. Also, we keep on sharing our email ID of diksha.training at CIET You can share your feedback there as well. Now, while performing the simulations or while learning about virtual labs, we keep on focusing about the importance of virtual lab through student perspective. But we always say that virtual labs are not replacement of real physical laboratories. They're not replacement of teachers. In fact, teachers can integrate virtual labs into their routine teaching and learning, and they can help students prepare better for the examinations. Ma'am, I would like to have a word from you. What advice would you like to give teachers, or any tip or trick that you would like to suggest that how teachers can incorporate virtual labs in their routine teaching learning? This will not only make their job easy, but it will also help them to cater to the needs and requirements of individual students.
Yes, ma'am. It is very known that if we understand any concept with the real life examples, teacher can include the learning with real life examples and establish the relationship between one example to the another example, one shape to the another shape. Then the learning become very easy and more interesting, more fun. So they can include this way. So it's very interesting.
It's very interesting. In fact, teachers must do the same, because I guess at the end of the day, there are so many concepts that are abstract in nature. Through virtual labs, you get better clarity of the same. Also, because our students are diverse in nature, they have different learning styles, they come from different backgrounds, and when it comes to students who are studying through unconventional schooling system, like through open schooling system, for this, for them virtual lab is like a blessing. So even if they do not have teacher with them, even if they're not going to school every day, they can always log on to virtual labs at their own time, pace, space and convenience, and they can practice simulations as many times as they want. And I think, ma'am, there is one more interesting feature. Suppose I do not have the clarity regarding the concepts of class 10. I have my board examinations on my head. I can always go back to the previous classes,
yes,
and study the topic and make my foundation strong from there.
Yes, you can go to the lower class as well as if you want to explore what is in the science background, what is in the maths background, then also you can explore the higher class also.
Right, I never knew that learning through virtual lab would be this interesting. And to actually help us understand this concept better through virtual lab, I must thank my expert. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and contribution to the session. It was indeed a pleasure. And of course, today we had this wonderful session where we learned about demonstration of simulation on right circular cone. I understood this concept really nicely, and I hope that you also had a great understanding of the same. In case you're still left with doubts, make sure to contact us. Now, this week we are culminating with our virtual lab series here, but next week we will come again with some more interesting topics and with some more explanation, and we are looking forward to your participation as well. Apart from this, you can watch many more programs on our PM eVidya channels and different YouTube handles. So let's take a quick look at what's coming ahead today. So here is the program schedule. We are through with our session on virtual labs, and after that, we are going to have a session of inclusive classroom at 12 p.m. The subject will be Hindi. At 12:30, we will bring you a session of primers. They're very interesting. Why the primers were developed, how they are helping us in learning a language, a different language in our own mother tongue in a big way. We will see to that. Then from 2 to 5 p.m. we will have back-to-back sessions for you. 2 p.m. is the time for a session of English, followed by a session of social science at 2:30. 3 p.m. is the time for a session of science, and at 3:30 we will bring you a session of mathematics. 4 to 5 p.m. is the time for our online training program, where this week we are talking about data privacy and protection, and at 5 p.m. we will end the day with our session Sahyog. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you, and we'll join you very soon. You stay tuned and keep on participating. Namaskar.